Ready to witness an AI showdown that could fundamentally change how you do business and research? Well, today we're putting three AI heavyweights under the microscope: DeepSeek's open source R1, Google Gemini's 1.5 Pro, and OpenAI's Deep Research. We'll reveal which platform is the most cost-effective, which excels in tech-heavy coding tasks, and which can be your secret weapon for growing a business or a startup. Whether you're a developer, a data analyst, or an entrepreneur in search of the perfect AI partner, this showdown is for you. Cost effectiveness. Tired of draining your wallet on premium AI subscriptions? Let's see which platform saves you the most. Let's start with DeepSeek R1. DeepSeek's open source approach stands out for its minimal financial barriers. You can deploy R1 without the typical subscription fees that come with closed source models. This is especially appealing to entrepreneurs on a tight budget or anyone looking to experiment with advanced AI without committing to monthly payments. Now, this all sounds great at first, but running an open source model does mean you need the right hardware or cloud environment, which can incur computational costs if you scale up significantly. Now let's look at Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. Google's pricing can be fragmented, primarily because Gemini is part of an entire ecosystem. Some advanced features might be tied to premium workspace tiers, while others could be invite-only betas under Google Apps. Entrepreneurs already using Google's paid services, such as Google Workspace, may find that certain AI tools come bundled or are discounted, whereas fully unlocking Gemini's capabilities might require additional fees. If you rely on G Suite for daily operations, paying extra for advanced features could be worth it. But if you're brand new to Google's ecosystem, you might face an onboarding curve and potential added costs. Finally, let's look at OpenAI Deep Research. Built on a specialized version of GPT technology, OpenAI Deep Research is available to ChatGPT Pro subscribers for about $20 per month. Compared to Google's occasionally tiered costs, OpenAI's pricing is straightforward: pay for Pro, and you get access to Deep Research if you're in the rollout group. For many businesses, $20 a month is manageable, especially if you factor in the time saved by automating research. However, if you're testing large-scale or highly experimental projects, that subscription can still be restrictive, and you might need separate API credits for custom integration work. So, DeepSeek R1 could be your top choice if you're looking to avoid monthly fees and you don't mind setting up an open source environment. Google is solid if you're already in their ecosystem and can absorb the additional costs. OpenAI sits in the middle with a clear subscription model, easy to start, but keep in mind those monthly fees. Ultimately, which wins depends on whether you value zero-cost access or a ready-to-use cloud solution. Tech and coding capability. Need an AI copilot to debug code, analyze data, or handle complex tasks? Let's see who tops the leaderboard in pure technical firepower. DeepSeek R1. DeepSeek R1 has been praised for its deep reasoning in math, coding, and language tasks. In certain research articles focusing on customer service automation, DeepSeek R1 demonstrated advanced coding suggestions that rival paid solutions. Being open source, the community can rapidly iterate, add plugins, or fine-tune the model for specialized tasks. This adaptability is a major draw for developers who love open platforms. However, R1 hasn't had as many real-world stress tests as Google or OpenAI. That means if you're exploring edge case scenarios, massive datasets, specialized code, DeepSeek might require more custom engineering to get fully reliable performance. Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. The biggest highlight for Gemini is its expanded context window. Imagine analyzing entire code bases or large training datasets in a single prompt. Gemini's ability to handle multimodal inputs, from text to video transcripts, mean you can integrate multiple data types in a single query. If you're a data scientist or a software engineer dealing with massive repositories, Gemini's robust context capacity can be game-changing. On the downside, advanced Gemini features like real-time data or specialized modules aren't always publicly available. Some revolve around limited access betas or additional fees. OpenAI Deep Research. OpenAI's Deep Research tool builds upon the GPT family's well-known strengths in coding assistance, skills previously showcased by ChatGPT's code generation, debugging, and explanation features. What makes Deep Research unique is that it doesn't just give you an immediate coding snippet. It also scours documentation, online forums, and developer blogs to compile a structured report. For example, if you're troubleshooting a stubborn bug or trying to optimize a large-scale project, Deep Research can retrieve relevant code samples, best practices, and debugging steps from reputable sources on the internet. It then cites where it found the information so you can validate or explore further. This approach is invaluable for multi-step tasks where you need more than quick fixes. You want context and reasoning. However, like any AI tool, Deep Research is only as current as the data it can access. For extremely new libraries or frameworks, you might run into gaps or potential inaccuracies. Despite that, it still ranks among the most consistent coding helpers for everyday development needs, thanks to GPT's robust language and logic capabilities. So, for complex coding or multimodal tasks, Google Gemini 1.5 Pro stands out with its massive context window, allowing you to handle huge code bases in one go. OpenAI Deep Research excels in holistic coding support, retrieving relevant code snippets from around the web and structuring them into a detailed, citation-rich report. But if you crave flexibility or want to tweak an AI model's source code, DeepSeek R1 might be your best ally. Each one has its niche, so pick the solution that best fits your development workflow. Best fit for business and entrepreneurship. Are you ready to scale your startup or future-proof your side hustle? Let's see which AI solution can give you the biggest advantage. DeepSeek R1. Their open source angle can be a godsend for startups working with tight budgets. If you're a small business or a developer who thrives on customizing tools, you can integrate DeepSeek's AI directly into your product, free from vendor lock-in. According to some anecdotal reports, smaller companies use DeepSeek R1 to build specialized chatbot solutions for customer service, enjoying total control over the AI's deployment and updates. Yet, this do-it-yourself approach isn't always straightforward if you lack the internal expertise to manage AI infrastructure or handle potential security vulnerabilities. Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. If you're heavily invested in the Google ecosystem, using Gmail, Google Docs, and possibly Google Cloud, Gemini offers synergy that's tough to beat. Imagine drafting proposals in Docs, then pulling in AI-driven research or code suggestions instantly. For example, some pilot programs show how Gemini can help parse large volumes of user data in Google Sheets, generating quick insights for marketing campaigns. The challenge, however, is that Google's suite is vast. You may need to juggle multiple tools like Bard, Colab, Notebook LM to piece together a cohesive experience. Entrepreneurs pressed for time might find it overwhelming to discover which app does what. OpenAI Deep Research. OpenAI's new Deep Research agent is designed to run through web queries, compile data, and present it in structured reports with citations. If you're drafting a pitch deck for investors or scooping out market competition, you can have Deep Research do the heavy lifting in minutes. The neat part is how it breaks down big questions into smaller tasks, much like a real analyst. Though it's an advanced feature, you still need a ChatGPT Pro account to access it, which may be a small barrier for brand new entrepreneurs. On the bright side, if you're familiar with ChatGPT, the learning curve is practically zero. So for startups with minimal funds, DeepSeek R1 can be a game changer if you're willing to manage your own infrastructure. For teams who already live in Google's ecosystem, Gemini unlocks a streamlined, integrated experience across Gmail, Docs, and more. Meanwhile, OpenAI's latest offering is great for business research and strategy, provided you can handle that monthly pro fee. Ultimately, your choice should reflect not just your budget, but your everyday workflow and the skill set of your team. At the end of the day, DeepSeek R1, Google Gemini 1.5 Pro, and OpenAI Deep Research each bring unique strengths. DeepSeek offers open source freedom and cost effectiveness. Google delivers broad ecosystem integration and massive context windows. And OpenAI provides a well-honed, research-focused tool that integrates seamlessly with the ChatGPT experience. Your best bet hinges on your budget, your technical requirements, and how deeply you're tied to existing cloud or software infrastructures. Whichever path you choose, the right AI solution could transform not just your research process, but your entire approach to innovation and growth. If you found this AI Showdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns. And remember to have fun out there and keep it techy.